Hello everybody. So there was a new dev brief that came out, 202 for May 2025. The thing we need to point out is one little reminder they put out as well here, and that is that everything you see here is work in progress at various stages of development and is subject to change, so everything here might change, yada yada, you know these things. The content shown in these developer briefings is not an exhaustive list of everything coming to the game and will be spread out across various updates and briefs. With that being said, the first big thing that they have announced is the objective mode. You know the idea basically. One side has to destroy stuff, the other has to defend it, which will be for 3 maps. One is Alamein. I might have already seen that one, tried the game mode, but I cannot talk about it. But yeah, that's one definitely. Brecourt battery, which was planned 2 years ago, which then didn't get published, so to say, because, well, the trailer came out and everything went to the well, you know. And the last thing that they have shown where the objective mode might come to hand is Danzig Post Office, which is one of the maps they had planned back in the day with the Polish and others, you know, with sub-factions back in the day. And we will see maybe a nice little PTE on Danzig Post Office finally. Now again, all of these are optional, as in if people don't like them, we don't need to have them. If people don't like the game mode, it's never gonna come into play really for the main version. As they also mention up here that we will continue exploring the direction, maybe we will see the thoughts are wanted then, which will be covered in upcoming PTEs. On Danzig Post Office, I have to say there is a few things. As you can see, this is how the maps look before they get released to the public. You can see 3 things on the pictures here. For example, on Alamein you will have to defend or destroy the planes. On Brecourt battery you will have to destroy the German battery guns or defend them. And on Danzig Post Office, you have to destroy or defend the generators. Now, the one special thing about Danzig Post Office is how it is being shown here on the dev brief. And with that, I mean Alamein, destruction. Brecourt battery, destruction. Danzig Post Office, destruction into capture phase. There might be something special here, but then again, I see there's no chevrons up here on Alamein or on Brecourt battery, but there is a chevron on Danzig Post Office, so I would assume if you are able to blow up the generators, you go into phase 2 and have to capture the post office itself. We don't know if this means we're gonna get a separate faction, like a sub-faction for the Polish, which would be probably covered out of the Commonwealth, so they might have some special weapons. Maybe they just get German weapons as a handout. I think the original people in the actual post office had like machine guns and other things. They had like 3 of them. So we will see how this one turns out. The other thing that is coming is the Stalingrad Map Refresh. And that was the one where I was, how should I say it? I was unsure if Stalingrad can really get saved because it's not a great map, in my opinion. It's a very campy map, people don't move, it's very static, it's very slow. It's overall an awful map. And also for a lot of people on console and for some on PC, it's also very laggy. But the nice thing is apparently they, aka Team 17, is looking into this and they're doing something with multiple points in this. The level design is gonna get changed. As you can see on HQ block out, they're changing some of the terrain here. And I like the idea that they are actually gonna focus a bit on cover, how you make your move, where you move around. The dirt and the debris is gonna get mixed up a bit. Especially we can see it on Carriage Depot. Look at this. The overall situation with the train wagons has changed. Now you have broken up bits, slightly derailed. People are not just gonna stay in one giant lane of trains on both sides. And I like this change potentially a lot. We will see how it is then if you don't see the rest of this area. But overall, that is a very nice change. What they will also change is the environment art. What does that mean? Well, they're gonna reduce one of the big lag reasons on Stalingrad. They're gonna reduce the materials. That doesn't mean they're gonna remove all the stuff that's in the map. No, they're just gonna change how stuff works. Stuff should, with this, get improved. Overall, how you move across the map and how you interact with assets in the world. And I hope that this is gonna get done well, because if they increase the performance on Stalingrad and also, you know, you actually can move through the destroyed parts a bit easier, a bit more how you should be able to move through, that should overall improve the quality and the performance of Stalingrad quite immensely. Well, let's hope so. So medic rework is gonna also happen at some point. They addressed that and it seemed the most where they didn't really know what to do without making it awful for every other non-medic player in the game. So what they're gonna change at the moment, what is planned, at least again, this stuff will change or might change, depending on how is the feedback on the PTE, so go ahead and join the PTE people. The thing with medic is the medic revive speed is gonna get decreased from 2.4 seconds to 2 seconds. Soviet medic revive speed is from 3 to 2 seconds. If you revive a down player, the down player is gonna get revived to full health instantly, so you don't need to bandage that person anymore. And that is a good one. That's the one I think is the most helpful of all of it. The other stuff they are adding is the medic revive XP is increased from 30 to 75 XP, and getting revived by a medic gives you 75 XP instead of 30 XP. The thing is, I don't think anybody will care about this because people don't play medic because they want to get a medic XP score, or people don't stay alive because they might get experience. Nobody cares about experience at that point. It's a nice extra thing, but medic players want to play medic because, you know, they want to do medic stuff, aka heal/revive people. Other things they are gonna add with the medic is, for example, the self-bandage speed, so you can bandage yourself as a medic in 2 seconds instead of 2.4. That is a nice little thing, I guess. And they have nearly the time of you healing other people as a medic, aka from 3.9 seconds it goes down to 2 seconds. So you now heal somebody else in 2 seconds. That is quite the speed. Is that gonna save the medic or let the medic players finally have their big resurgence? Are people gonna stay alive now instead of redeploying for a medic? Highly unlikely, because the issue is that nobody wants to wait for a medic in a danger zone. They might run to you and then die. You waited so long for nothing. It's now a bit higher the chance that you might stay alive, or people might stay alive for you as a medic, because, you know, getting revived in 2 seconds fully, with full health, that's alright. But still, a lot of people will not wait for the revive because there's no point in, you know, staying alive. Now again, yes, ticket system would be one thing, but that would alienate so many people, yada yada. We have had this topic too much. And I'm sure Team 17 doesn't want to risk, hey, let's try out a ticket system or try something out, and then everybody's gone. The other thing that was mentioned, and that is going to be huge for a lot of people, is the Bipod Rework. Now, they are changing some things here. Not only have they improved how the surface height is being determined, basically they have improved how you interact with the world. And they have also changed some things. The most notable thing is they have unlocked the limiter. What? You can now turn 360 degrees all around you with an MG. Again, this is gonna get adapted, so you think, oh, this is awful, they're just gonna be awful, these new MG players that just swirl around in a slide and just MG all around them. Again, this is gonna go through multiple PTEs, so it's not gonna be, you know, you're not gonna just see this in the normal version. It's fine. This stuff needs feedback, and then if people join the PTE and say, oh, this is bad, or like, the turning speed needs to be like at 20% of that speed that we have now. If enough people mention this or say it in the PTE, then, you know, the devs are gonna adapt this. What they have increased further is the crouch positioning. You now have much more ability to aim down, up, left, right. I mean, look at this. You can now MG everybody everywhere. Which, to be fair, makes sense, and this is how it should be. Yes, you could improve the animation there a bit, but it's made as a first glimpse at the thing. We will see how stuff works then in PTEs. Another thing that a lot of people have asked for, and that is the post-match VOIP. Voice over IP after the match, so you can talk to leadership and your squads.
GG's there, Hitch. Really enjoyed that.
Yeah, man, GG's. Let's join a tank squad next time, yeah?
Yeah, sounds good, sounds good. GG's, Commander. Well played.
Yeah, GG, well played.
Looking forward to the next one.
That is the new thing that's gonna come at some point. So now you can actually talk after match with your squad or with command, depending on where you are. You're not just gonna be able to talk in the whole lobby, you're not gonna talk to the rest of the whole team, you're not gonna be able to talk to the other team, but you're able to talk with your players in your squad. You can talk after the match, and you can also talk with the commander if I would assume you are a squad leader. And that was basically it. There's other things like the Road to D-Day, which you should check out by BR1 Gaming, a lovely event, and the rest of the dev briefing is just, you know, videos of the war correspondence, and of course some of the videos you should check out definitely. Some of them are of course the best videos amongst all of these, and you should check those out definitely. wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But yeah, that has been it. I would like to know some of your feedback on this. I am curious what your opinions are, because I need to also, you know, give feedback and say, oh yeah, I think the community wants this and that. Gamemode, Map Refresh for Stalingrad, Medic Rework, MG Rework, and the community episodes. Post something to either thing, I will read the comments, and then I know what your feedback is, kids. It's the best way to get some feedback in that actually gets further towards important people.